How's it hanging, my beautiful Spartan gamers? My name is MC317. Merry Christmas to all of you. I hope you all had a wonderful holiday. Anyway, uh, I have a. I am very excited for today's review because what we have is the Takara Tomy Transformers masterpiece. I believe it's MP20 Wheeljack. I have been excited for this figure. I have wanted one, and I finally got one because I was able to finally get the money. Anyway, let's get on with the review. For starters, one thing that I need to point out is, and I can't show you this unfortunately because I already lost the box, but these rear view mirrors right here there are two sets of them, both of which are on a sprue kit. I think that's what they're called. They're on the stuff that you would see on model kits, and you basically twist them off and put them in. Thankfully, I haven't broken one of them, so I don't have to use the second set, but still, I just want to make that clear. The car that Wheeljack is based on is a Lancia Stratos Turbo Group 5, I believe. Sorry, I'm just really excited, so my mind is slipping. But anyway, it's a really nice representation of the car. The only thing that really bugs me is, and the Lazy Eyebrow reviewer pointed this out, and I'm going to give a link to his channel in the description. He's a really nice guy. I've emailed him before. Well, technically only once, but still. I was asking him for a series that I plan on doing in the future, so get ready for that. Anyway, go check out his channel. And what it is that there are, since this is a race car, there are a lot of company logos and stuff all over the car, the real life one. So it's a bit disappointing that there aren't any here, but I can let that slide because we at least got the 539 here, and we got these beautiful accents of red mixed with some green here and there. We got the Autobot logo right up here. Looks beautiful. For accessories, now this is also the official one. And I need to make this apparent because there's one accessory that you can only get if you bought the KO or pre-ordered this, I believe. No, it's an Amazon exclusive. I can't remember. It's pre-order or Amazon exclusive. And that is a Hypno device, which looks more like a lunchbox. If you want to see what that likes, go look it up on Google, or better yet, go to the Lazy Eyebrow reviewer's review of this figure as he reviewed the KO. Anyway, the accessories you do get are Wheeljack's pistol. I don't know if he ever used this in the cartoon. I never watched G1. I never got into G1. But it's still really cool looking. And he comes with... I never knew what this was called. I don't know what any of these weapons are called, okay? I always thought this was a missile launcher. And it also helps with that thought because this is a separate piece. It's a shame that it's not a spring-loaded gimmick. I would have loved that option, but hey, I can't complain. This is a collector's item, not for children. And what's really impressive about this figure is this. Almost no kibble on the bottom. The only thing that I would argue are these clear bits over here, and we'll get to those later. It's also one of my main complaints with the figure because as much as I love this figure and I will sing its praises, I do have some issues. One of which is this. I don't like clear plastic, so, and that's funny because the next review, maybe not the next review, but a review in the future is going to have a lot of it, and I don't like how this is. I would have much rather had it like a solid blue plastic or something, or maybe even a solid white plastic and have the windshields painted with the light blue. I believe that's how the G1 toy looked. I don't know much about the G1 toy. But anyway, it bugs me because I'm afraid these are going to snap in the future. In fact, that's why I'm never going to transform this guy back into car mode. Hopefully, I'll remember to do that and not be careless like I usually am. But anyway, there are two ways you can use the weapons in car mode. There is... You can kind of see the seam line here, but there's a little tab here, and it's spring-loaded. And what you can do is take his bigger gun, plug it up here, and now you got this. Apparently this is a reference to the G1 toy, but what I love is where you store the pistol, because you store it right under here. And if I can see the tab, because the lighting in my room is not the best. It is not the best. But anyway, when you get that there, you have an exhaust pipe now. I love it. It doesn't even hinder with the rolling. He rolls very well. Anyway, but the reason this is spring load though is so that, oh god, this is scaring me. It's so that it doesn't leave a hole or anything when you pull the gun out. I like that. Anyway, let's pull this off. Let's get to transformation, because I may not do a lot of this on camera. I'll try, but it's just, again, this is a very delicate procedure. This is my first masterpiece. But anyway, what we do here is split the... we pull the feet out. I just kind of angle them to where I can get my finger under here. You pull this back half off and then detach these wings from the bottom. Or not these wings, the door panels. So it looks like this. Then I put my finger under here to kind of push it out. But oh boy. You know what? I'm just gonna... Nah, I can't pull the windshields out, crap. Or the mirrors. Hold on. Oh god, this is scaring me so much. Because I'm trying to be careful with this. There we go. We got this detached. Then we split the legs and pull these down slightly. Then, hold on. I'm sorry guys, but it's just, again, I don't want to risk anything breaking. I hope you all can understand if I do the steps off camera. Alright. We pull these legs down on this bar here, and then we pull them out from here. And what we then do is we use these dumbbell joints down here. We use these bars to bring these around and spin them around. And then we get the one foot. Now, let's do it on the other side. Now we got another foot. Flip these up to reveal the head. Push the head out. And then... this is a constant issue, though. It's the fact that I can't seem to get his head to stay in place when I close these so easily. But anyway, what we then do is pop these out like this, hinge this one piece down, and then spin them all the way around. and they're going to tab right here into this little area. I don't know if you guys can see it, but trust me when I say that it will tab in. You just got, it'll take some finesse. It's more of a, you got to find that sweet area, that sweet position. That's one leg. Flip this up. Oh boy, that did not sound good. Anyway, spin this around. Tab it in. I don't think I tabbed it right on the other side. There we go. Now we have the legs. Now what we then want to do is, okay, this is where I get really scared here because of the clear plastic that this is going to rely on. And what we do over here is pull this piece up very carefully, so that way we don't run the risk of breaking it. And then what we do after that is split this apart very carefully. Cannot stress this carefully thing, because Masterpiece, as far as I know, aren't meant for children. And they're more adult oriented. And we pull this down, and this is where I always get scared, because these wings right here, his famous wings, are translucent plastic. And I actually do know the reason as to why this choice was made, because even though I never knew much about G1, I do know that Wheeljack's wings were translucent plastic, but I don't think they should have done that for this. And I wonder if the reason Takara did this was just so that people would buy more, to not worry about breaking it. Or at least that way they'll be like, oh hey, I broke this one, but still got another one, so it's cool. Now, you get the exhaust pipes here. Tab them in. There's a little groove they go into, and I can't really show this. The Lazy Eyebrow reviewer, again, did a much better job on this than I'm currently doing. God. This is just so scary for me. Alright. And when that tabs in, make sure that it's also in a way to where the arms won't pop out so easily. There we go. Then we fold everything up back here. Okay, we're almost there. Now, after all of that is done, what you then want to do is twist these arms around on both sides. Lift, well, I lift this very carefully, but you basically just spin it so that way it's out of the way, and then you fold the hand over here, and then you spin it, the hand itself, a full 180. We'll do that on the other side. Alright, and after that, you have Masterpiece Wheeljack. And I love this robot mode. It is just, oh, it's so close to perfection. It's just these clear wings that, hold on. I don't think I have everything tabbed in. Unless this back flap is supposed to be, I don't know. Anyway, Masterpiece Wheeljack looks really nice. This head sculpt. It looks amazing. It's got some nice silver paint for the ear things and all that. I love the aesthetics on him. They basically, if you told me this turned into a car, I wouldn't believe you. And a real one on top of that. Because he looks dead sexy. Let's be real here. Anyway, to integrate his weapons, you take this, which is his famous shoulder gun, and there are these holes up here. I like how there's a left side too, in case you want to have yours left-sided. In that fact, that's how I'd want mine, but I'm an accuracy fanatic, so yeah. And there are these tabs on the pistol's handles, and basically what you do is, yeah, plug it into the holes here and wrap his fingers around it, and you are good to go. But it's back to that whole hypno device thing. I don't have one, but anyway, let's just take another look at this thing. Just beautiful. Amazingly proportioned. I have to give Takara some major props here. Now, this is where the figure gets a little iffy for me. Articulation. It's not bad, but it's not enough for me. Now, the head is on a swivel. It goes up and down, and that's it. No side to side, which is a bit weird for an inventor. Shoulders move up, down, forward, and back. And they are very tight, so I'm being careful. A bend at the elbow, which is oddly enough kind of ratcheted when it hits the full 90 mark. I don't know why that is, but anyway, there's that. The wrists are on a swivel, and you get posable fingers. Not individual, it's all group, but hey, A for effort. Yeah. Waist swivel, which is really impressive due to the transformation. Hips go all the way. Hips go pretty far up, pretty down, forward and back. He has a full 90 degree bend at the knee, an upper thigh swivel, and technically you could use the transformation joints to give him some up and down foot articulation, but he's got a great pivot. This isn't even part of the transformation, this pivot here. I love it. Unnecessary posability that doesn't account for anything is always appreciated. Alright, now I just need to balance him right, because again, these clear wings, I'm scared of the longevity of them. But other than that, It's the side to side on the head that really bugs me most with the figure. Other than that, I think this is a wonderful figure, worthy of the masterpiece name. If you see this guy, even if it's a KO, because I've heard the KO is nearly identical to this, but if you see any of this guy, whether it be KO or official, get him. Uh, it is worth it. Even the official price point is worth it. I don't think I'll ever be buying any more masterpieces for a while because again, this kind of drained me out of all my money. But it's still a worthy piece in your collection. Anyway, that's all for this video. Hope you all have a fun holiday and I'll see you next time.